Capricorn, welcome to your open read, in-depth style. So the Sunday Shuffle has largely been open reads. In other words, non-theme specific. Whatever hits the table is whatever hits the table. Okay, so if people show me a concentrated theme, there you go. But yeah, for the most part, I've really been enjoying those, and there have been several Sunday Shuffle readings where I'm like, man, I would love to push this. I would love to double or triple clarify certain points and throw down lots of articles, but I just don't have the time. The Sunday Shuffle has to be short. So I said, you know what, let's do it. Let's try it. Let's take the open read downstairs to the big table, which is what this is, and we'll do an in-depth. So if you like it, let me know, put it in the comments, and I will rotate open read in-depth with the other ones, such as Celtic Cross, yours, theirs, that kind of thing. Okay, so let me know. But in the meantime, the general rules apply. Take what resonates, leave what does not. These are general collective readings, not one-to-one private. If they were one-to-one private, you're paying good money for it, they had damn well better resonate. As it were, there's a good chance it may not, because it's a general collective reading. So if it doesn't resonate, don't force it. It's cool, man. Just check out your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere, you know? I'm having to remind people of that more and more these days. All right, what's going on, please, for the Capricorn Collective? Show me Capricorn, show me Capricorn, show me Capricorn. I mean that in the general sense, not just Capricorn. You guys actually know things pretty well in terms of common sense. So I actually have to remind you guys probably the least of all my collectives, and I really appreciate that. But still, I have to put that out there as an aside. And also, FYI, you will probably already heard, I'm breathing heavy right now. This is normal for me when it's very humid outside. It traps all the pollen, and I'm highly allergic to pollen. So you hear the heavy breathing, or if you see me take a hit off my inhaler, then you know what's up, okay? It's not fun. I don't enjoy it. It sucks. But it's also part of my reality. Don't let it disturb you, okay? What's going on, please? You know what I feel bad for is the full-time asthmatics. Oh, boy. It's bad enough as it is just for pollen. Goodness me. Show me Capricorn. What's going on, please, for Capricorn? Show me Capricorn. Show me Capricorn. Okay, to my surprise, Taurus and Virgo, they concentrated on stuff that I was like, okay. I wasn't expecting all that. I am sorely tempted to take the Lovers out of every single deck at this point because it keeps coming. It's driving me crazy. I'm like, I would like to see other things than this complicated entanglement that everybody's been getting Lovers, and their mothers' lovers are getting the Lovers, and I'm kind of tired of it, Capricorn. Please show me something different, please. Okay, I'm sorry, but still, I want to see. Show me something different. Knight of Swords, the fight. That is definitely different. I do have a soul bond here, Six of Cups, who's looking like we are currently in a state of argument with. There's some frustration with somebody who you share a soul a soul connectivity with. Part of your soul bond or your soul tribe, if you will. And that could be anybody. Does not have to be a significant other. Anyone whom you are close to and you have that kind of relationship with. Unique memories, unique experiences. It's like this is you and me. Like nobody else would get it, but we get it. That kind of feeling, that's what I'm talking about. We want to clear that up though. We're frustrated, we're angry, we want to clear it up, take action. Knight of Swords. We're unhappy here with that overall energy. Okay, let's see, keep going with that flow. King of Cups, Queen of Wands. That's some beautiful energy here with the Five of Cups. You know, I want you to trust the fullness of your heart and the dedication of your own particular passion. Upset and sadness aside, sometimes you just have to let those particular things lie. I don't know if you will, but it seems to me you've tried attacking this, that you've tried clearing up the confusion and the anger, and it's just made you more frustrated. Okay. Sometimes you got to know when to let things ride, and it may not be an ending. It might be just let it be quiet. I was telling that to somebody. Sometimes it's just let it be quiet. Just let it rest for a while. Because we can only do so much before we start attacking ourselves in order to make our point heard or felt that we're being heard. We'll just end up hurting ourselves the more we try to prove a point to someone else. And that's what I see happening on your top line, and I don't want that for you. If you have done your best to make a point with somebody and it's still argumentative, there's still no solution, that's how you know it's your cue, possibly not to end it, but just withdraw from it. Because somebody's not in the position to hear it, experience it, or feel it, or you may not be in the position to hear them properly or feel them properly. You see what I'm saying? Because that's a lot of, I need to sort this out now, come hell or high water. I'm not necessarily listening. I just know I'm frustrated. I was trying to combine the words frustrated and pissed off. That's fun. What would that even be? I know I just tried to say it. Anyway, I know that you've tried to cut it back. Just stop. But it seems to be making things worse. Okay? Yeah, at some point you're doing things against yourself. And for what? Just to have... We're still not hearing it. So let's stop with the arguing. Just don't participate. I have to tell this to Aries quite a bit, actually. So if you have your Aries, some Aries in your chart, you let me know, because that's very much Aries energy. I'm going to keep attacking this until I've made my point. And I'm like, Aries, honey, you get to pick and choose your battles. You know that, right? You don't have to step the line with everybody. Not everything has to be on site, you know that phrase, on site. And it's gotten to that point where you're like on site with this person. I see you and I'm already, fix it. You can't. So I want you to get into an energy that's better suited for you. King of Cups, Queen of Wands. Allow things to relax. Get into a more fullness state of you. And if there's some residual sadness, there's some residual sadness. The point is, I want you to feel better about you. You don't have to participate in this. You have other things that you could be doing. You have other ways that you could be spending your precious energy, yeah? Okay, let's take a look at this Four of Cups. You're unhappy. You're disappointed. Nobody likes to feel that. And I know you're trying to be proactive. I want to cut the shit out. Except it's not being cut out, is it? You know? I know you want the sadness and the badness to go away, but you keep readdressing it. Just seems to be making things worse, so just let it lie. Just let it lie. Let it rest. Four of Cups. Four of Cups. Show me this Four of Cups, please. I know. Your blessed persistence, honey. Everybody has pros and cons, and if you got a pro, and you do, then you got a con. And your persistence is both pro and con. Everybody has that. Everybody has that. Four of Cups. All signs have pros and cons. Yeah, I got you. I got commitment in here. I'm seeing commitment to loyalty, foundation, these very strong principles. The Hierophant and that Ten of Pentacles, it's not that too. Whatever this environment is that you share with somebody that's frustrating you, aggravating to you, and it is a shared environment, they ain't going anywhere anytime soon. I'm looking at heavily committed energy here, okay? Just in case there's any confusion. So it may not be marriage, but it's like there's a lot on the line, Christina. Yeah, I see that. Yeah, there's a lot on the line. Ten of Pentacles, the Hierophant, that's very official energy. A lot has been built. So it's not just energy, it's reality too. A lot has been built and we've tied ourselves to it. We put our dedication, hard work, and loyalty in this, and we're upset. Five of Cups is here twice. And the Four of Cups is kind of, somebody saying they're not just upset once, they're upset twice with how everything has shaken out, what it has come to mean over the years, all this work and emotionality I've put into it. We are grossly disappointed with what we've essentially aligned ourselves to. And that's not a good feeling. Nobody likes that. I'm not saying it's over, but that's a certain, that kind of disappointment, that level. Four and Five of Cups, let's make this really clear. That's not just past disappointment, that's current. It's one is flowing into the other. So you have been disappointed with this for some time. And every time you check in that you're still disappointed with it emotionally, it just reinforces all the years put into this. And it's like, this is what it's come down to. This is what I aligned myself with. Right? This is what I said yes to. The Hierophant's a big permissions guy. That's why he's associated with commitment. Yes or no? I said yes to this. I didn't know it was going to pan out like this. Well, nobody ever does. Not until they're knee-deep in it years later and they're in the trenches and they're at war with somebody every day. Now, it could be a business partner too. I have to throw that in there because I feel like for some of you, that might be it. There's a little feeling in there somewhere that there's a small percentage of Capricorn that's like, that's my business partner. We've been in business together for 10 years. That could be it. Don't let my laughter disturb you. I'm a real person. I have real emotional reactions. Okay, I read lifetime. This is real as it gets for me. I'm not passive. I'm not a Mayo reader. I'm not white bread. I have very strong personality. I don't know if you picked up on it, but please don't take my laughter as a slight on you or your situation. I take it very seriously. I'm the one who created the phrase, real tarot is real life. I know. But also I'm a real person. Okay, I'm going to laugh sometimes, and sometimes you need to with that kind of tension. There's a reason there's a phrase, sometimes it's better to laugh than cry. I mean, you only got so many tears, honey. And I know that some of you have cried in your private moments. I can tell. It's not just past. disappointment and whatever this is. It's current too. But I said for some of you, I feel like there's a small percentage of Capricorns, you in business with somebody, and it's hitting my radar that way. And it's an obscure left. It's out there, but I do want to bring it up as a technicality because those are my impressions and I'm obligated to report my impressions. So for some of you, let me know if that's true for you. Business partner, you've been in together for years and it's just souring. It's not going well. But we have a commitment to legacy here that's like, this is what I aligned myself to. This is what it all comes down to. So I don't know you're not feeling good about it now. All the more reason we probably need to let it rest a little bit, because I can see that you have been trying to hack at this for a while. Okay, I don't mean hack, but you know what I'm saying. Let's clear it up, but it's not. It's not, right? Sorry. Let's see that Knight of Swords, please. Let's see that Knight of Swords. Let's see that Knight of Swords. Let's see that Knight of Swords. I'm wearing my Tacos in Traffic t-shirt as we are now currently under ACL season again, which if you're not familiar with that, it's called Austin City Limits. Look it up. For the people who actually live in Austin, ACL is a pain in the ass. But if you're a visitor, I bet it's super swell. So it's like we got great tacos here, but with that comes great traffic too. No, ACL is wonderful, but oh my God, it's so time consuming. It's like, again, when you're a local, it's a completely different experience. It's like, hey, ACL's happening again. That means it's going to take another extra half hour to get anywhere I want to go. Yay. All right, Knight of Swords, the Justice, Page of Pentacles, the Wheel of Fortune. You say you've been trying to compromise with this for a long time. I believe you. That you say you have been doing with everything in your power to show a compromised state of both practical energy as well as balance in the overall sense. You said you have done your part in as much as you have been capable to show this thing balance and compromise. Even while your teeth are like this, it's like so you're saying you have done your bit. Wheel of Fortune, time has passed. The Page of Pentacles, your offer hasn't changed because it's been methodical. It hasn't changed. You didn't need to change it. You said that you consciously acted with the Knight of Swords and spoke. Again, sword is still speech, thought, action. To keep as much of balance and sense of fairness as humanly possible, right? This is what's fair for the both of us. I always try to speak it and act on it. I've always done that. I've always tried to show compromise. You're pretty adamant about this. I believe you. All right? You said it's been years, Christina. Years. Okay? So don't even get me started. I've been trying to show compromise towards this for years. Okay. Let's see what the big hiccup here is. Show me that Five of Wands. 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 Show me that Five of Wands, please. Show me that Five of Wands. Go on. Nine of Cups, Five of Wands. Oh, you both arguing there. Yeah. You are both arguing the same point of self-satisfaction. Okay. Yeah, I got two people clashing heads over very similar concepts, and I think you're both kind of busy shouting. I don't actually mean like shouting match, but it's Five of Wands is twice, so you are giving as good as you're getting. It's kind of like, it's like that. So when and you're going, and like that. Okay. So like I said, you're giving as good as you're getting. I'm not going to lie. Someone here is enjoying the argument a little bit, and that makes me uncomfortable. I don't know who it is. And King of Pentacles, that could be you, that could be someone else. I'm not really doing a them or they. I just know that somebody here kind of likes it a little bit. They like arguing. Maybe they like being obstinate. I don't know. But there's a point here you both argue on. Somebody's saying, I'm going to continue to argue this point gladly because I'm not giving in on it. And the other person's like, I'm mad at you because you're not being fair, and I've always tried to be fair. And what's wrong with you, or what's wrong? Why are you arguing on this point? It's interesting. It's complicated. It's weird. It might be somebody's liking the drama a little bit, low-key. Maybe somebody likes to keep the fight alive because it's a form of passion for that person as opposed to positive passion. It's an unhealthy passion. Somebody likes to keep the fight alive for some reason. Somebody here gets a little bit of pleasure from that drama in the argument, and that's not good. That's not a good form of Nine of Cups. It's like especially the King of Pentacles backing it up. It's kind of like, I know this makes me happy. Now I'm going to argue with it because I know it's kind of pissing you off a little bit. That's not healthy. That's not healthy. So there's a reason why you opened up immediately with, I've always done my best to compromise. But on this particular area, I'm not going to compromise on it. And they're like, yeah, I know. Let's have fun fighting for a while. How about it, honey? Whatever that is to you. I don't know. It's almost like somebody somewhere's taking pleasure from the argument. And that's not good. Yeah. So this seems to be a sticking point for two people. One person doesn't want it to be. They're also saying, I've always tried to be fair, now it's your turn. And the other person's like, no. This, what we're doing right now, I'm actually glad it kind of pisses you off a little bit. I don't know why. Some people like to take out their frustrations in the most minute way. Some people like the drama. I don't know. It's not good. Maybe it's because this person needs some sort of attention, be it negative or positive. Especially if the passion or the natural love has gone south or it's become a little twisted. Yeah, people can get addicted to negative attention. Starting fights for no reason. Holding out for no reason. Being begrudging and small and petty for no reason. And the fact that they get attention from it. You know? I don't know. Maybe they're kind of tired of the neutral effect. Always trying to balance and compromise. And maybe this is their way of holding out. To kind of shake things up a bit. I don't know. It's odd. It's very odd. Show me that Six of Cups, please. Show me that Six of Cups. Show me that Six of Cups. Let's see that Six of Cups, please. They're also being kind of adamant. I'm not enjoying this, but they kind of are. So it's like low-key attention-seeking behavior. You understand? Thank you for finally showing me something different. Capricorn, let me tell you something. Do you have any idea how many decks I have? You don't. And you don't want to know. You think I'd have a problem. Maybe I do. That's not the point. I seriously contemplated taking the Lovers out of every single deck because I was tired of seeing it. And I love the Lovers, honey. I respect the connection, but I'm sick of it. It's like having ice cream every day and then you stop loving ice cream. That's what happens. It's like, now I want a hot dog, something salty, whatever, junk food. I don't care. Just something that's not ice cream. So thank you for showing me something different. I grant you it's complex. You might still show me the Lovers. We got more, but it's still, you've given me something else to work with, and I appreciate you for that. Thank you. Oh, goodness me. Eight of Wands, the Three of Swords, the Star. Okay. Somebody's trying to wave a white flag. I'm not saying giving up or giving in, but, and I do believe this is you, you're trying to showcase, again, more compromise, but with a more sincerity behind it, as opposed to how you opened. I'm taking care of business like I always take care of business, Christina. I always approach our complexity in the form of compromise, fairness, and balance. This one particular point I'm sticking to, but they're giving it right back to me instead of being fair with me like I always am with them. And now I see a transition going back to the basics of the connection, whichever that is. And the basics of this connection is, I care about us. It means a lot to me. It would really make me feel good to try to work things out with you. Eight of Wands, right? I'm going to try to communicate. It's my wish and hope, the Star. And it's one that's currently active. So I know that you two are in silent mode. This is active, guys. This is on. This is on. This is real life for somebody. It's on, and it's like this every day. And you don't want it to be. Their reaction's interesting. I do feel like it's a they or theirs. You know how I am, honey. If I think you have to be thrown under the bus, I'll tell you. That's why I'm so popular on YouTube. But I don't think it's you. I think it's you trying to, you go from a place of taking action, compromise, like I always do, to, okay, let's get it back to a more personal level of love and trust and communication. Okay? Will you respond to that, please? I don't know if they will, but I do see your effort as being lovely and well-intended. It's coming from the form now of switching from honorable tactics, this is how I always approach things with us, to can we remember our connection, please, and the love for it, and the simple hopes and wishes we have around it. Let's talk about the pain that's between us. Let's talk about our Three of Swords. Let's talk about why we feel like we're rejecting each other. So going back to the basics of communication, simple hopes and wishes, and respect for the connection using our I love words and the I feel words, as opposed to I think and this is what we should do, right? So we're going from a kind of like, technically this is how I handle things, to look, this is us talking. I love you, I love us, and I want to work this out. Okay, so it's an interesting shift, and I think it's another form of compromise on your part, but it's kind of shifting tactics in terms of compromise, emotional compromise, more comprehensive compromise in terms of respecting the connection first and foremost. I think that's a good shift. I'm curious to see if they respond to it. I don't know. Let's take a look, because this ain't working. Let's see that. Is this person sticking up for something that they want, and it's something that they know that you'd be opposed to, but they personally want it, and that's why they're holding out for that, and that's why it's giving them pleasure? It's because they're sticking up for themselves in this one area, and it's something they normally wouldn't do? Is that what that is? Because they're really sticking to this. This would please me. God forbid I get anything that pleases me. Something like that. Does that make sense? It almost looks selfish, but perhaps in that respect it is. Is it a healthy selfish? Is this something that they need? And if so, let them have it. You know? If it's not an addiction like drugs or alcohol or sex or whatever, then let them do what they need to do. You know? I don't know what the frustration is. But, you know, maybe let them have it. Try not to control them or the situation. Just because you don't approve of it doesn't mean it's not right for them. It could be that too. It's hard to believe anyone's being that joyful about the tension between you two. Unless they're really proud of themselves for sticking up for this one thing. I don't know. There's that. Let's see that King of Cups, please. It's interesting. Let's see that King of Cups. Let's see that King of Cups. Eight of Cups, Six of Pentacles, the Three of Wands. Okay, it's kind of like you're saying, go find yourself then. All right, go find yourself. Okay, so it's looking like you are acquiescing to this. It's like, if that's what you need to do, I don't have to be involved in it, but I support. But I support just because you feel the need to balance it this way, I don't. But okay. It's like, that's what you need to do, then that's what you need to do. Go take some time out to discover what it is that you need, or get your heart back in order, okay? I'll be here to maintain the balance when you're ready to re-engage with it. Again, it's on the emotional level. As far as I can tell, you two are still very much in proximity. But yeah, it's like when we're ready to get back to this emotionally, we will. In the meantime, let's maintain our balances. But you do what you need to do. Okay? You're saying, I'll be here. So I do see you kind of relenting in this, whatever it is. It seems to have stopped the argument. You yourself don't want to personally participate. But you're like, it's okay if you do. Okay, but don't expect me to get emotionally involved. But, you know, and it could be anything, honey. It could be something that they want to do, but you don't particularly have value in, or you think it's a waste of time, money, energy, effort, but they don't. Could be that. It could be that. Maybe that's why they're sticking to it. And you're saying you won't emotionally support it, but you will be there for them whenever they're done. Okay. Okay. Let's see that Queen of Wands, please. Honey, I don't know. They could have said, I want to go backpacking in Europe for 6 months for all I know. And you're like, excuse me? I don't... You see what I'm saying? I don't know. It's just, you're kind of fighting their request, but you're also saying, I've always tried to show this fairness, and I don't see it being returned to me. So you try a different approach, and you see it's a little bit more on the personal level. Okay. Let's see that Queen of Wands, the Fool, the Seven of Wands, Judgment. Yeah, see, that's all they're telling me, is that it's something this person says they need to do. They're defensive about it, but they're fired up for it. I don't know what that is, honey. Could be exploring a new job, a project, an opportunity that you don't personally value at the emotional level, but they do. And they say they got to do it. It's something that they have to do. It's a calling. They said it's their particular lesson, and they're trying to understand it as best they can. And they want your support, even if you're not emotionally invested. And that's why I say, I see you being like, I love you, but not necessarily this. So don't expect me to emotionally commit to this particular balance that you're taking on. That's your business. But, you know, I will be here for us. And that's what's important to me. Okay? You being happy and doing whatever this is, because their energy is now much more open and fluid. And they're just open to it. They're like, yay. They're being cautious with the Seven of Wands. It's not completely the Fool. It's not full Fool. You know what I'm saying? It's a partial Fool. It's a limited Fool. In other words, it's a Fool with boundaries. So the Fool, essentially, when he's by himself, has no boundaries. He just knows he wants to go off on a new adventure. And that can be deemed foolish. And that's what I think, honey, is that you're arguing with this because you see whatever this is as foolish. You see this activity, what they're desiring, as foolish. So you argued with them and tried to talk them out of it, right? And that's why they kept sticking to it. And maybe it did low-key make them happy to see you that pissed off, right? Because you're like, I do everything with a state of balance with you in mind. And they're like, yeah, but this is personal to me. It's not about you. See what I'm saying? It kind of feels like that. And now they look a lot more relaxed. They're saying they're fulfilling their particular judgment, but they're doing so with caution. The Seven of Wands. Okay? So I kind of see your reaction. I see their reaction. I see that Five of Cups, and if it alleviated any bit about the foundation and the overall sense of the commitment here. The overall sense of commitment. You know, it's so obscure, but just FYI. Just for some of you. For some of you, this scenario arrives in the form of travel. And I don't quite know where I'm getting that. But you want to go somewhere and they don't. Or they want to go somewhere and you don't. And somebody's sticking to the point that this is what would please me, please respect it, or I'm going to keep fighting you about it. And so we could be doing different travel plans this year for vacation or upcoming holidays, which makes a lot of sense. I see a lot of fighting around travel and family plans over the holidays. It's very normal. As much as there is bliss to connect with family, there's an equal amount of tension and frustration too. So that could be it. But for some of you, low-key obscure, yeah. It could be to do with travel plans, but it's for some reason it's hitting you on a large scale, and I don't know why. There you go. Let's see that Five of Cups, please. Let's see that Five of Cups, please. Hopefully there's some improvement here. Let's see that. The Tower. Four of Pentacles. Okay, Six of Cups. Yeah, okay. I'm going to call that a shaky compromise. We're going to call it a shaky compromise. Okay. It's interesting. The Five of Cups that you opened up with is a lot of I don't know why you're showing me so much disappointment about this. It makes you question the whole alignment of your commitment to this situation, place, circumstance, person, everything. And it's a long-standing disappointment. Whatever this is, perhaps you're seeing it as a bigger driving wedge of the overall effect of your relationship together. See what I'm saying? Because that's a lot of disappointment around a lot of time spent together. And I don't know if whatever this is the latest proof of infraction, if you will. The latest proof that things aren't going well. Because comprehensively you're looking at this like it's one big disappointment, or that it has been for some time. And whatever this is just further proof of it. So I do like how you two kind of switch tactics to remember the connection and honor it for what it is. You both have your different points of agreement here about what it is you're both willing to do. And then the Five of Cups. Tower, Four of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups. You know, at some point... Okay. Five of Cups being the baseline here. You're going to have an insight at some point in the future what you will learn from it. I can't quite see. But at some point in your future, it hasn't happened yet. You're going to have some radical insight about why you're holding on to this Six of Cups. You don't know what that is yet. And it goes back to that very question in the opening that I had for you. Comprehensively, you have been viewing and feeling about this commitment very negatively for a long time. We're talking years. Yet you're showing me an instant or a moment in your two's timeline that suggests it's just about this. And I'm like, it seems like it might be the latest instance in which it is confirming your feeling that whatever this long-standing commitment is, isn't going well. This seems to be the latest occurrence. So I see you giving to it, and I see them giving to it, and you're both coming to your own respectable agreements about how to handle this most current thing. But it didn't answer my question or my background thinking about what does it have to do with your connectivity overall as being such a disappointment. And that's the very question that I see coming up for you in future. That same Five of Cups, because you're not done with it. So while you two have a temporary agreement that gets you through whatever this is, a temporary compromise, eventually at some point you're going to circle back to that Five of Cups and this overall sense of disappointment in this. And we're going to have some radical insight here. When it hits you, I couldn't say. The Tower, Four of Pentacles, and the Six of Cups about why exactly you are holding on to the Six of Cups. You're going to start questioning that a lot more. And kind of get out of this, this is what we need to do to get through this right now, and start feeling and looking at this connection more comprehensively. Why are you holding on to this? You don't have an answer yet. It hasn't hit you yet. But it will. I don't know what you will learn from it. But you're going to have some really strong insight about why you quote-unquote hold on to this. I see the best of your kind of spiritual intents to keep this thing balanced is here. You expressing your best wishes towards it and how you'd like to work through it is here. You yourself are showing me a King of Cups, but you don't want to emotionally commit to whatever this is that they insist they need to do. But you'll be here whenever they're done doing it. They look better for it, relieved. Okay. But yeah, we need some insight, honey. I agree. We need more insight on this whatever this is overall, about why you hold on to it, because it seems like you just get more and more proof every day that this is becoming harder and harder, you know? So what is it about the Six of Cups that keeps you holding on to it if it's so disappointing, right? That's for something, well, that's something to be figured out in time. But I'm glad to see in the interim, however, that you two seem to have some sort of working solution and or shaky truce to whatever this current situation is. Okay. Number 29, coming to life. Yeah. Anyway, coming to, I don't know why, I haven't done any numbers checks, but for some of you, 29 is a confirmation number. I don't know why. It just, I kept staring at it, 29. But coming to life, yeah. Coming to life, that's what I'm saying. I see that attached to whomever is surrounding you. They need something more. They feel it's part of their life process or something that they need to incorporate for themselves. And you're affected by it. You are affected by it, but it's not necessarily a threat, but you do seem to interpret it as the latest thing. Unexpected visitors. Oh. Unexpected visitors. Number 41. Some of you should expect unexpected visitors. How interesting. I don't know how that relates. That's up to you. The oracles, by the way, just think of them as multiple bridge points. Okay? For some of you, unexpected visitors is a bridge point in something here that I'm not saying today, but it will make sense to you. Okay? For others of you, it has no place. Okay? So with the oracles, like anything, it either resonates or it doesn't. It either connects some of the storyline or it doesn't. Okay? Makes sense? But unexpected visitors. Could be I don't want to deal with people. I don't want to open my door to people. I don't want to go anywhere. You do. That's not my problem. Yes, it is. I don't want to go. You can't make me. Who knows what. Protecting treasures. Somebody just, I feel like somebody just, this is so weird. Somebody's like, I just want to stay home. You know? And the other person's like, I want to open up. And it just seems to be the latest proof of a splinter here in this connection. Deeply founded as it is, you're also saying it's deeply disappointed. Like you two haven't been on the same page in terms of goals in a long... Is that what that is? It feels like you have further proof that you two aren't on the same page anymore. Try as you might to keep things compromised. it still feels like somebody's waking up to a different path and you two are no longer on the same path. Is that what that is? And this is just more further proof of that? Okay, that you're diverging paths and things. That could be true. That doesn't necessarily mean it's over. It's only over if it's goals that you cannot abide by or get on the same page with, or they're not your goals and you can't support the other person. See what I'm saying? Once two people are off script when it comes to their goals, there's a problem. Okay? That means they're really losing touch, and that might be for the good. Perhaps you two no longer match, and you're not supposed to. Okay? For others of you, it's what you're supposed to do until you can find your way back on the same path again. Okay? I never really know. I didn't say anything here that said exclusive ending, but I am concerned about all that disappointment that seems to have a stacking effect. You know, it started back here in 91 and then in 2001, and then here we are 20 years later, and it just seems to be getting worse. You see what I'm saying? It does feel like we have a stacking effect, and it's kind of further proof that we're not on the same goals or the same page like we used to be. But the compromise function is still here. If this is really what's important to you, kind of compromise energy is very much here. Here are my boundaries, here are your boundaries on this particular subject. But then there's this Tower moment that says we're going to have kind of a strong understanding soon at some point in the future about why we keep the Six of Cups going. Because you're showing me a lot of compromise skills, but that you're still not happy with it. Okay? Full moon and Taurus, detoxify. Take some time out, detoxify, just detach, do your own thing for a minute, okay? You mind your pasture, let your person mind their pasture. Sometimes you're going to have to graze in different areas. You can't always graze together, right? You know, I think some of the worst advice I've ever heard in my life when it comes to marriage and therapy with couples is don't go to bed angry. That's some of the worst bullshit advice I've ever heard. I know it sounds good. Okay, but imagine arguing for hours and hours without any more results, but you two just actually hate each other more. That's why it's bad advice. You have to know when to go into your corner. They have to know when to go in their corner. Okay, and take breaks in between the rounds. I'm not even joking about that. So if you drag that out through the night when you need sleep and you need to rest, oh my God. You are just aiming for more problems. So my point is, when I see the full moon in Taurus and detoxify, you need to get on, just, you get your little side, okay, of the green area. They get theirs. Just breathe. The both of you, back away. And that's when I see the more emotional energy and respect for the connection kicks in. When we realize our standard approach here is not working, okay? And then you soften up and relax, and so do they. Okay. Clear your mind. Last quarter moon in Gemini. Okay. And first quarter moon in Aquarius. Trust the universe. So it shall be. Okay. Okay, that's what I'm saying. Opportunity isn't home. I saw that. I saw it over here, and I saw it over here, and it was in the reverse. Gate. It's opportunity home. Somebody doesn't want to go beyond their gate. They just want to stay at home. Protect what's already there. Hang out with what's already there. Chill with what's already there. And the other person's like, I want to step outside my gate because there are opportunities. Life does not begin and end at my damn front door. There's life beyond my door. I want to explore it, and give me the permission to do so. You don't have to participate, but give me the permission. The other person's like, why can't you just be here and chill? And we're like, I don't want to. You know, it's kind of like that. Coins, luck, money. For some of you, you know, I don't know. Some of you might be trying to increase your coin. Somebody might be trying to increase their money in their coin. They say it might be a lucky opportunity. Even if it's not about coin, it's a lucky opportunity. Let's take advantage of it. And the other person's like, no. Okay, dolphins, playfulness and cooperation. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I see that kick in over here. when we realize our standard approach to balance isn't working, so let's soften it up a little bit and remember why you and I are connected, okay? In the greater scheme of things, why we hold on to this connection will come later. But for now, to get some peace and ease between you two, playfulness, ease up that tension, just talk to each other playfully, lightly, easy, and then you'll have something to work with for now, okay? We sort the big stuff out later. Okay. Somebody might be asking you to invest and your partner's all for it, but you're not. It's something like that. In which case, just be careful, cautious. I do see that person acting with caution. So if somebody's like wanting to do what looks like a risky proposal for investment and the other person's not sure, they're like, just try to keep it minimal then. You are experiencing hesitation. Be clear with your desires, and the time frame is within 10 months. You are experiencing fear with the thought of change. Eliminate the fear, and the time frame is within half a year. So, yeah, half a year to 10 months. We have to address our issues of fear, and we can't hesitate. Otherwise, once we hesitate, we don't know what we want. We get mixed signals from the universe, and they give us mixed results. So, yeah, just have clarity. And for some of you, this activity, this kind of sizable compromise, okay, will have taken its effect or come into play within 6 months to 10 months. Okay? I hope this helped. Let's do some charms as well. Oh. Okay, the stingray. Okay, kind of floating by. Okay. It can blend in really well with its environment. A depth swimmer, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces as well. But the stingray, gentle creatures. Gentle, you know, not too fast, not too slow movement. Gentle creatures. But yes, they can pack a punch. Otherwise, someone who says they like to know, or they know where they're going, or they like to know where they're going, and they like to go about it in gentle means. But sometimes there can be a moment where it stings, yes. And the lightning bolt, Tower. Strong understanding and or insight, shocking energy. Deer, Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus, respectively. Also the hesitation, the conservation, the reservation, the hesitation, the fearfulness. Cat, listen to the intuition. Yes, of course. Small feminine glasses. All right. Any letters here today? C, N, and the infinity loop. More evidence and or proof of the eternity of the thing, the soulmate type of thing. And we want to create a positive feedback loop as opposed to a closed one. So we got to keep the energy going. Okay, the compromise principles, which you've shown me a really strong inclination towards. It's just this one, for some reason, pushes your ability to compromise. You seem to think it's proof to a bigger picture issue. I actually am inclined to agree with you. You don't know it yet. I can't see it yet. You've yet to discover it. But I think what you suspect is correct. That whatever you're experiencing here is just one thing in a series of things that suggest comprehensively what I've dedicated my life to in terms of the loyalty, connectivity, and commitment to this isn't as great as I had thought it was, and here's more proof of it. So I don't know that you're necessarily right in all things, but I agree with you in that respect that you need to understand why you're holding on to this Six of Cups. That does need more insight. It doesn't mean it's over, but it does need... It tells me that you need a stronger understanding of why you're in this, okay, and why you're committed to it at all. That needs more insight. All right, Capricorn, honey, I hope this helped you. Put in the comments as you see fit. Take care. Be well.